Good afternoon. So I will speak about reusing technology and why we should reuse the technology. The article is called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, and I will speak about, first I will speak about why should we reuse, recycle, and then I will show a small project I did, and then hopefully I will also do a small demo. So why should we so a small statistic. These are all smartphones we see in the picture. Sorry, old phones, not smartphones. To fight all the waste we have in the world, people have come with some principles. One of them is the 3R principle, is used in the architectures. You can see there it's a wall, and there are bottles integrated into the wall. Also in the food industry, the used coffee grains are used as a soil for mushrooms. Also, they use potatoes, for what's left from potatoes, and also exotic fruits to produce packages. I saw in France once a bag made of potatoes. And also the principle it's used in technology. Why I used IoT? It's because the IoT is the place where some of us work, and it's the place in technology where we are consumers and we can make a difference as consumers. So the first point to reduce, when we design our projects, we can reduce the things, the modules we buy from internet, and also we can reduce the energy consumption in different ways. Also, the reusing part I think is the most interesting, and it gives, as I said, a new meaning. And also in our day it's called hacking. So hacking is not anymore just hacking into bank accounts, but hacking into device, all devices which are not used anymore, and making them, giving them a new function. What you see here, it's an image I found on internet. It's a 3D printer. I also saw it working, and it's made from recycled components. And also a good thing about reusing it's that it grow our creativity. In the past, I needed at my parents' house a water level sensor. So I went on the Chinese websites and found a lot of them. And then I saw a washing machine they didn't use anymore, and I found a pressure level sensor. So this is a mechanical pressure level sensor with a pipe. So if you put a pipe in the water and the water level goes up, there are some mechanical switches which will go on and off inside. Also, about recycling, regarding to IoT project, when the project when we finish with an IoT project, with something we create, if we throw away an electronic consumer thing or an electronic thing, they will be all, usually in the world, they are all gathered together and sent to China or Asia or Africa, and they some of them are just thrown in the field, and there are some people who, like this man, who just burn them to take out the copper, and what we can, and with huge effect, bad effect on health and environment. So what we can do is to do ourselves the collective, to break away into parts, into ourselves the collective the selective recycling. So in the second part, I will speak about shortly about one of my projects. My father have a bee farm, and he has a lot other. He's a beekeeper, and in his free time, and he has also other friends who are beekeepers. And when it's the harvesting period, they take all the bees and go in a remote area, and they need to know daily how much honey the bees harvested. So they go there, which is very far, and have a mechanical scale under one of the hives, which is the most representative, and they weight the hive to see if there is enough place in the hive for more honey and so on. And I thought about this problem, and I built a scale which can be questioned from a house. So it's a scale, you send an SMS to the scale, it weighs the hive, and it will return the difference in kilograms for how much honey the bees produced. And I used I reused some materials. So it was an old Nokia phone. Also from an electronic scale, I used pressure sensors. Yes. So I have done one of those scales, and I brought it with me just to show you 1 minute. So this is a small version of the scale, and inside it has an old Nokia phone, and the 4 sensors are taken from a bathroom scale, which are the same you can find online. If you go on eBay, you can find exactly the same sensors, and there are also some Arduino Pro Mini, which I couldn't use, and then an industrial transceiver for the industrial MCU for the sensors. So how does this work? If somebody from the audience can help me with a phone who can send an SMS to the scale, one person. Sorry, it's not designed for everybody. If everybody start, it's designed for one questioning at a time. It may work if more people send SMS, but it's for one beekeeper. Sorry. So this is the number. If you send an SMS to this number, so you should got a text called difference in kilograms, and should be 0 right now. It will take some seconds until the SMS sender respond. Oh, yes. It come? Yeah. Okay. So after yes, minus 0.02. So after 1 day, the beekeeper goes, and the bees harvested some honey. And now the honey is heavier than water, so this should be between 1.2 and 1.3 kilograms. Till the SMS comes. So if somebody has
how much did you say?
Between 1.2 and 1.3. 1.22. No questions? Okay. Thank you.
I have a question. what other kind of project did you make other than this?
Yes. So the other one is bigger. It's almost not quite, but almost half of this table. Not with the scale. No. So one of the other projects was my parents also bought a land, and they did some gardening in the land, but they had no water. So I, with my brother, we made a well, like this size, and we use a solar panel, solar controller. And solar panel was also built by us with some reused materials, with some reused iron, and also a used battery, car battery. And with this, which will be, it's not connected yet, but I plan to make it connected. They have water in some big containers. So when there is sun in on the field, the panel. the solar panel will harvest energy and put them into the battery, and when the water level is low, that washing machine sensor will trigger the submergible pump, which will pump the water. It's a 12 volts pump they use for camping. It's a small one. If somebody needs this more details, I will be glad to explain.
What's the cost of your gear there?
This one?
Yeah.
So this is the cost of an Arduino Pro Mini, and also the cost of this HX711, which are about $3, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, no, it is not. It's not a real Arduino Pro Mini. It's a replica of an Arduino Pro Mini.
Is it from China?
Yes. But we have at work we are more than one ordering. So when we order some, we have some colleagues who ask each other if they want something, and we made a bigger package to prevent so much packaging for just one piece.
I would like to order like 100 of those.
I can do that.
Okay. Any other questions? Or we'll talk in the break? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.